If you sell on Shopify or Etsy using Printify's print on demand, you know the holidays are fast approaching, and this is when you get most of your returns. So we're going to go into the Printify return policy. We're going to go through a walkthrough how to handle misprints without losing your money fast. All right, so a bad print, as you know, shouldn't mean a bad review or money out of pocket. We're going to walk through exactly how Printify's return policy and return and reprint policy actually works, what counts as a real defect, what doesn't, and the exact documentation that gets your claim approved fast instead of being stuck in review. If you sell print on demand, this is the difference between eating the cost of every single mistake and keeping your margin intact. So what Printify actually covers in the return and misprint policy. So it says, let's start with the policy itself, because most sellers actually don't read it, which is true. It said, if a product arrives damaged, misprinted, or defective, Printify offers a free reprint or a full refund, but only if you report it within 30 days of delivery. You don't need to return the physical item. You just need to contact their support with a clear photo proof. And if a customer contacts you and tells you like they're not happy with the item that they received, that there's a problem with the print, ask them for a photo, a couple of pictures, and they will be happy to give you more than what you asked for. I've been through this before, and I'm telling you, customers don't have a problem sending you image. Sometimes they even send it without being prompted. So don't feel like you can't ask them for a photo. Ask them for a photo. They will send it to you. So what does it cover? Here's what's covered in the misprint policy. It covers manufacturer's errors like cracked, peeling, or blurry prints, damaged items from shipping, because sometimes the package may, open and the item may get damaged, wrong product sent. That happens. It's just part of doing business. And lost packages in transit. So if a customer, they order an item and they were told that it will be to them in a certain amount of time and they don't receive it, they just reach out to you. You reach back out to Printify and they will replace the item. So what's not covered? What's not covered is buyer ordered the wrong size or color. That's on the customer, not Printify. So of course that's going to come back to you. For DTG print specifically, there's a built-in 1/2 inch tolerance and print placement. So if the design is slightly off center within the range, it's not classified as a defect, and Printify will not reprint for that. You have to make sure when you're uploading those photos and doing your mock-ups that you actually center the items. Make sure your photos are clear. There are tons of ways to fix it. I'm sure there are other videos here on YouTube that shows you, if you want me to make one on how to actually get your print nice and crisp, and so that when it gets to the customer, it's what they actually saw on the screen, not something different, just let me know, drop it in the comments, and I will make a video for you with that. Natural characteristics of certain decoration methods, for example, small thread variations in embroidery as expected, not flaws. So I don't work with embroidery. I just do print. So I'm not sure how to go about covering that. But if it's a problem with the embroidery, Printify will not replace it. So on garments, some markings or smells from the printing process are considered normal and that typically disappear after the first wash, which is true. Sometimes the item come and you could actually smell the ink. Just tell the customer, follow the washing instructions, which you're really going to have in your description anyway, and it should go away. And if they still have a problem with that, that's on you, the seller, to decide if you're going to exchange for them. Printify is not going to be a part of that process. Okay, so now the documentation that will get the claims approved. So this is the part everyone actually watches for. How to document a defect so your claim moves fast. So step 1, get one clear photo showing the actual issue, not 5 blurry photos. One sharp, well-lit photo where the defect is obviously visible. If the problem affects multiple items with the same design, Printify wants a photo or video showing all the affected items in the single frame. That's specifically called out in their policy for bulk design issues. So if you sell a bundle, like you have the Christmas shirts for the family, and you sell a bundle and it's all a problem with the design, Printify wants it all in one photo. They don't want individual photo of the mom, the dad, the kid, the family pet. So they want it all in one photo. Step 2, submit through the right channel. You're going to go to your orders page in your Printify account, click the affected order, scroll down and click Submit Issue under the specific product. From there, you choose whether you want a reprint or a free refund, and then you're going to also upload your photos and any additional information that you want to put in there if they give you the space to write it in. Step 3, be specific in your description. Don't just say it's messed up. Say what's wrong with it. The print is cracked across the chest. The collar has a visible stain. Those are just examples of stuff you could write. Design is shifted more than an inch off center. Specific description match faster against their review criteria than vague complaints. So I'm sure that is self-explanatory. Don't just be vague because you want to hurry up and get through and send it in. It's going to slow down your refund. Take your time and be specific to make sure that whoever is reading that complaint is understanding exactly what you're looking for. Step 4, make sure you do this quickly in a timely fashion. You have 30 days. You have a 30-day window from delivery. The moment a customer messages you with a complaint, that's your cue to start the claim. Don't let it sit in your inbox for a week while you're busy. Speed up the process. It protects your margin. So most claims get a response within 24 to 48 hours once everything is submitted correctly. And if you're using Etsy as your seller, Etsy is not going to let you forget that, I read that customer complaint and I got to go fill this order. You forget to get back to this because you're busy. Holiday time is here. Everybody wants attention and everybody wants their stuff. No. But Etsy is going to give you multiple notifications that you need to respond to this message. And the quicker you respond, the better for you. As soon as the customer reach out to you, make sure that you respond because like I said, you have stuff going on all over the place, but you want to make sure that you get back to the customer as soon as possible. Don't let it sit around. Get back to them, get that form filled out, fill in all the information that Printify is asking for so that you could get your claim submitted and get it solved within 24 to 48 hours. So now let's talk about what's called the defect versus preference filter. This is the exact filter that I use every single complaint that comes in, and it takes about 5 seconds to apply. Ask one question: is this a defect or is this a preference? Defect: damage, misprinted, wrong item, lost in transit. That's Printify's responsibility. Get the photo, file the claim, get your free reprint or refund. Now, preference: customer ordered a medium and it fit differently than they expected, or they just changed their mind. That's not a manufacturing issue, and Printify won't cover it. That's where your own store return policy needs to be clear from the start. This single fork in the road is what stops you from either wasting Printify support team time with non-defects or worse, eating a refund out of your own pocket for something that was never actually your fault. Now, the good thing about it, Etsy has this policy in place. I don't know if it's year-round, if it's permanent, but Etsy have it where if you are, as a seller, sell an item, a customer decides that they want a refund, Etsy will go ahead and, if it's reasonable, issue the refund, and you as a customer still keep 100% of your profits. So that's one of the reasons I like using the Etsy platform to sell items, as well as Etsy does take their fees, but not as much as other platforms, and it only costs you 20 cents to list an item on Etsy. You could either sell on Shopify and other big platforms, but I prefer Etsy above all the other platforms. That's just my preference. If you have other platforms that you use that you feel that you have the support there as much as Etsy have supports for its sellers, then you go ahead and do your thing. But I prefer Etsy. All right, so like I said, that is the single fork, which stops you from wasting Printify support team's time with a non-defect or worse, eating a refund out of your own pocket for something that was never actually your fault. Now, the next area we're going to cover is how to prevent the complaint before it actually happens. The best return is the one that never happens. One brand's medium fits completely from another brand. How can you make sure that this never happens? You're going to have realistic mock-ups. If your product photos oversell the print quality or color accuracy, you're setting up a mismatch between expectation and reality. Have you ever been on a site where you see a t-shirt and the print is so bright, so vivid, so lovely, like, oh, I gotta have that. I like that. I like the vivid print. And then when it reaches you, it's dull. That's what they're actually talking about. Make sure that you do your mock-ups, photos as realistically as possible. That's why when you do your mock-ups, I use Canva to create my mock-ups. Make sure that you go in, and when you put the image on the shirt, for instance, you make sure that the opacity is scaled down to 95 instead of 100, because it will blend into the shirt and it will actually show you how it will look when it comes out on print. And that's the photo that you would be uploading to Printify anyway. So a customer should never have a complaint saying that your colors are more vivid than it actually is, because you, from the get-go, you make sure that you're actually showing realistic photos. Now, again, realistic mock-ups. Here, that's what I just went over, realistic mock-ups. You also need to have a clear return policy on your stores page. Tell the customers up front, defects and damage, get a free replacement. Size and color preference issues don't. Setting that expectation before checkout means fewer awkward conversations after. Of course, everybody's using AI nowadays. Use AI to help you. ChatGPT, Claude to help you write your refund policy and make sure it's there. Etsy has a refund policy as well, but you want to make sure that yours is specific, because you don't want any questions later on down the line. So go over Etsy's policy. If you like their policy, go ahead and use it, or other platforms that you choose. If not, just use Claude or AI to write your return policy for you. I'll see if I could put one for you in the description that you could go ahead and edit and use if you want to make it for your store. I could go ahead and do that. I'll put it in the description for you, and you edit it and use it in your store, either Etsy or wherever you choose to use it. Okay. Now, when a customer reaches out to you, like I said, do not ignore them. Make sure you answer them as soon as you're able to. Stop designing, stop working on other stuff. Respond to them right away, because more than likely, because I know as a customer, after I send in a complaint, I'm hanging out a little bit to see if, the person is going to respond. So as soon as you respond to them, as soon as you get it, try your best to respond. So here's a response that I'm going to leave for you in the description that you could edit and use for yourself. It says, when a complaint comes in, here's roughly how to respond. You're going to be calm, you're going to be clear, and you're going to make it fast. Quote unquote, thanks so much for reaching out and sorry to hear about the issue with your order. Could you send me one clear photo of the print so I can get this resolved for you right away? Once I have that, I have a replacement on the way. As a matter of fact, ask for a couple photos and you choose the one that you feel is clear, because you're the one that's going to be submitting this to Printify for the refund or the reprint. So ask for a couple of photos and then you choose what you want to send in. So again, let me read it. It says, thanks so much for reaching out and sorry to hear about the issue with your order. Could you send me a few clear photos of the print so I can get this resolved for you right away? Once I have that, I will have a replacement on the way, quote unquote. The tone was helpful, as you notice, not defensive. It keeps the interaction short and usually ends in the fine outcome instead of a bad review, because the customer sees that you're actually taking care of it. So yeah, so that is the whole real Printify return process. No guesswork, no wasted claims, and no money quietly leaking out of your store. So let's go over what you do. First things first, you want to understand the return policy yourself, what it actually covers. Then you want to fill out the documentation that's going to get your claims approved. You want to know the difference between defect versus preference. So when the customer reach out, you could know which claim to send, if it's even worth sending a claim to Printify. And then you want to make sure you have it clear so that there is no, the customer have a clear understanding before they actually put in the complaint. And then you want to respond to the customer, and you want to respond to the customer and get to Printify within, really quickly, a good amount of time. So if this video has been helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. And if there's anything else you want me to cover regarding Printify and Etsy, just go ahead and put it in the comments and I'll see if I could help you with a video to answer your questions. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye.